Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your reading for the week of June 11th. This week, definitely check out astrojar.com for more awesome readers and astrologers. But let's see what is going on for you. Looks like a very busy week. Looks really good as well. You start with the 3 hearts. So I always say this, to me, is just an indicator card. To me, it just indicates positivity and things moving forward in a positive direction. It's just that simple. So there you go. It can represent indecision in relationships. That's what I will say, is that it can represent where maybe you're dating somebody, or you see somebody and you're just not sure, like, kind of where that's going or what you want to do there. So it can be a card of indecision. It is a card of just going with the flow, though. So it just says, don't think about it, just go with the flow, see what happens. Don't make any decisions, no assumptions, that whole thing. So next we have the 9 of Clubs coming up for a lot of people this week. This is a good card of opportunities for success. Seems to be an opportunity heavy week for everybody, really. But it is a card of chances to do things, and it's a card of achievement and recognition as well. So if you're in social media, anything like that, you could be getting recognized at this time. It's also a card of promotions and, again, kind of reaching those types of workplace goals as well. And it's also a card of just hard work. So it could be saying that I think you will be working really hard this week. You have the Joker coming up as well, which can say you're putting a lot of work into something that you want to be successful. It is also a card of distance as well. So a lot of you could be experiencing distance from a person or from people or anything like that. Next, you have the Ace of Diamonds, a very good card for money and changes with money. It is a card of stepping off on a new path. I don't think Pisces is necessarily stepping off on a new path. I think you're just kind of like making something happen, whereas maybe in the past things just haven't been working out on things that you're working on. I feel like this can represent you putting a lot of energy into something, and just making it work, if that makes sense. It's also a card of success, like I said, and it's definitely a very good card for love as well. It can represent marriage. You end with the Ace of Clubs, which is the card of marriage, so that's very interesting as well. Next, you have the Jack of Clubs. I would say keep it positive this week. I think things will be going well, but no jumping back to old fears, the typical Pisces thing that we do. Jumping back to old fears, worrying about old stuff, stuff that's probably never going to happen again. So no jumping back into the negative at this time, especially with this card. Next, you have the Jack of Diamonds. Could be an earth sign person in your life. Definitely could be love coming in for you as well. Jacks represent admirers. You have 2 of them this week. This could represent definitely, like I said, an earth sign person coming in for you at this time if you are single. If you are not single, this card says don't only focus on work this week. Make sure to have fun, which always comes up for Pisces. Make sure to get out there and have a good time. It can also be a card of your ideas turning into gold. It's a card of being touched by money. It says your ideas could be very valuable at this time as well. It can also represent something coming to a fast end. It can represent something ending. You have 2 3s this week. That can also represent a very quick separation from something. It could represent you changing from one business idea to another, one job to another, one person to another. The list goes on and on there. But you could be cutting things out and making quick changes. I feel like they would be beneficial. Next, you have the Joker. So again, being very busy this week, just having a lot to do. To me, this is just a card of busyness and having a lot of stuff to do. There you go. Next, you have the 3 of Diamonds. Then double check all your paperwork. It's just going to keep coming up for Pisces specifically, I'm sure. This card just says, can represent problems with paperwork. It says those problems don't need to happen. Just make sure to double check your paperwork at this time. And finally, Ace of Clubs. Like I said, card of marriage. It is a card of engagement and things like that. It can also represent just new things coming in for you. It's a great card of knowledge and learning as much as you can at this time. Again, this comes up a lot for water signs. We really need to be spending a lot of time to learn things, because that is probably how we are going to be successful at this time, by learning new skills, strengthening skills that we already have. This is a card of hidden talents and abilities. So again, using our hidden talents as well is what's kind of going to get us ahead at this time. But I would mostly say just a busy week, working a lot, working on a lot of things, but it looks good. So thank you for watching and enjoy your week.